Giveaways on this YouTube channel, Big Collectibles, and by the end of this video, you're going to discover what are my favorite buys. We're going to go and look to see what my favorite comic books, a specific buy, we're on bigcollectibles.com. I have different pages for different groups of items. I have my favorite comic books. I have added rare comics. We have secret rares. We have my collectibles, and then my second group of collectibles that we're gonna go through now. And I'm gonna go and look to see which are my favorite. You don't have to buy. I don't know the future. I don't know if the market is gonna settle now or continue dipping. That's up to you. I'm just going and looking at the information myself in complete transparency. I did go in and sell off most of my collection a few weeks ago at the height, and then bought back in, but I did not buy back in at the bottom. Obviously, things have further dipped. So let's just go right into it. If you like free stuff, drop a like, join the free Discord, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Weekly giveaways, and we have a raffle going on. So jump in the Discord, ask about the raffle. And by the way, we have a 2,000 sub giveaway. We're about 100 subs away. So we're giving away 3 different comic books. So subscribe, tell your friends about it, so that way we can get that done and get some free comic books on Veve. All right, so here we're looking at the Marvel Comics, the commons. These are commons, and you can see here the date. These are the prices from the 7th. I just looked at prices now, and again, this video is not about looking at today's prices, but just looking at what I like to buy if I were going to buy something. I like Ultimate Fallout 4. You can see here it's in column row 10, and it is a comic book. And you can see here in column F as in Foxtrot that it has been solid at 6%. A 4-week average is at 6%. And you can go and quickly compare to the other comic books. And the fact that Ultimate Fallout 4, that's Miles Morales, okay? If you don't know, that book, he doesn't even have a mainstream movie yet. So I was looking at these numbers. I'm like, this, to me, as a comic book collector, I would look at this and I would say that, believe me, he's on my favorite list for a reason. But I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me, right? But I'm analyzing it, and sometimes we have to do that. We have to put ourselves in someone else's head because we may not think the same as them, but if we want to go and try to speculate, that's what we're going to have to do. And I'm thinking the average user on Veve is probably younger than I am. They look at Ultimate Fallout 4 as a new, fresh take of Spider-Man. And that's where the emotional tie. Whereas with me, I was a kid collecting comic books. I had Spider-Man. But that's no longer the case. The kids nowadays, and not kids, but the younger people, younger generation, they're probably looking at Miles Morales as, oh man, this is way cooler. And I'm not saying it's not cooler. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to figure out the numbers. So I'm like, you know what? If I had to pick something up, Ultimate Fallout 4, the fact that it's up 6%, and you can see the numbers there week after week in the last 4 weeks, it's staying strong despite other books taking massive hits. ASM 3 also looks good, but if I had to pick something, I'm going to go with Ultimate Fallout 4. You let me know what you think. Do you think that there's another book on this list that you would go with, or a book that's not on this list? All right, let's keep going. Right here, we're looking at the rare comics. It's the same comics that we just looked at, but now these are rare. These are the prices. You can see in column B as in Bravo that we have the prices from yesterday. I was looking at these and I said, you know what? I really like Amazing Spider-Man 14. Keep in mind that Amazing Spider-Man 14 does have a mint count of 49,000, whereas most of the other ones on average, as we know, they're 30,000. So this definitely has more of a mint count. So you got to factor that in. So, but I do like the $89 price point for the rare. I do like that. Look at the New Mutants. And now again, mint count. You got to keep all that into account. So I do want to mention that. But $115 for the New Mutants. I think that's also nice. If I want to mention that, but just in case you don't like the that number of the mint number. So I do like that New Mutants uh, comic book if you like that, and then the new one, Luke Cage. And I said I was just gonna pick one, but I couldn't help myself. Look at that, $57 for Luke Cage. How about the Captain America 117? These are new on the block. I think there's room for growth on these right there. If you go and you compare it, you can see there the real life value. Not that, again, that doesn't mean anything. I'm just showing you. I'm showing you data. Look at that. Interesting, right? It's interesting. So let's keep going. And here we are. We're looking at the secret rare comic books. Again, these are the same comic books, but the secret rare. You can see the percent change. Here we go. I like Amazing Spider-Man 14 again, but you got to keep in account for what I mentioned. Does have a higher mint number, right? But you can see for $950, and that's been solid. This has been solid. You got Ultimate Fallout 4 also solid at 14% increase. It's hard to find anything that's increased, but we do have some stuff that's increased. But Ultimate Fallout 4, you're talking about $4,900. I do like, my favorite one is Amazing Spider-Man 14, despite the higher mint count, because one thing we all know is demand is key. The demand, not so much the mint. Look, there's sport cards that have a low mint number or a print count, but yet they're not as valuable as the rookie card of that same player, let's just say. And why? Why? Because the demand is on the rookie card. People want that rookie card. So I'm not saying that there's not going to be any value on that other card, but that rookie card, even though it has, let's just say, a higher mint, it's just the demand is so great that it doesn't even matter. So I'm just going to mention that. Amazing Spider-Man 14, I like that. But again, notable mention for Ultimate Fallout 4. All right, let's keep it going. And here we go. We're looking at the group of my favorite NFTs on Veve, their values for the last 4 weeks. And I want to point something out. Let's go up here. In column F as in Foxtrot, you can see the percent change in 4 weeks. In column E as in Echo, you can see the values that I pulled yesterday. And you can see there something interesting. For the Spider-Man first appearance, the uncommon for $645. The common is at $749. So the uncommon is at $645. It's less money than the common. Just wanted to point that out here on this list. Obviously, you can see that there are other items that you can kind of raise your eyebrows at. But I wanted to just point that out. You do as you wish. If if you're a team common, hey, enough respect. Nobody can tell you how to collect. There is no right or wrong way. It's what you want and what you care for and what you want to look at in your vault. All right, let's keep it going. But I just wanted to mention that. Look at that. Row 3. Okay, Spider-Man first appearance uncommon all the way down to Echo. E is in Echo. 645 right there, right above my head. Then you can go and say that, hey, the comment at 749, I'd rather just spend, up to 1,200 and I get the rare. That's something else you can consider. All right, let's look at one more thing. And here we go. We're looking at the second group of my favorite Veve NFTs. You got Voltron rare. I really like this Voltron. Any one of these Voltrons, but you can see here Voltron is at 141, down 22.95. Let's call it 23% in the last 3 weeks. You can see I like Voltron. Let me show you why. So we can see here we're looking at worldwide search between Voltron and Ultraman. Ultraman leading the way. You can't argue that. Voltron, you can see there geographically where Voltron is leading the way, but you can see how big Ultraman is. The fact that geographically those areas make up for the search volume in the blue area. So it's very impressive for Ultraman. But you've got to, look at that. And now let's see, what does Ultraman sell for? Because Voltron is only, you saw what it's selling for. You can get in a rare, right? You know what? Instead of guessing, let's just go. The common, $75. The uncommon, listen, $84. The rare, which is my personal favorite, $149. The ultra rare, $384. Okay, that's right now. Let's see Ultraman. All right, Ultraman common, 398. The uncommon, 424, and then the rare, 1500. I think that Voltron is for the search volume that and the popularity that it has. I think that it's undervalued. Look, if you disagree, that's fine. We'll just see how this all pans out. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know the future. I just look at this data and I try to make an educated guess as best as possible. I am and obviously I have a special emotional tie to Voltron. You know the deal. Good luck in all your collectible decisions. Let them all be profitable. Voltron out.